Until all other will get connected, I request you guys to copy this slide. Over. Have you done, guys? Have you copied? If you are done, we'll go to the next slide. Please let me know. Here we'll see. Root zone technology is a solution to the modern industrialized world's water pollution problem. Okay, transportation of sewage from the entire city to the one place is quite difficult, and sometimes it becomes a hectic to transport. In the case of a crowdy area or where there are the very less fund, there is also becomes a difficult. So in that case, you can go for the root zone technology at this particular colony or in the particular zone. It can act as a decentralized sewage treatment system. Okay, the root zone, that is a filter plant. The root zone is also known as the filter plant, is a biological filter where biological treatment of wastewater takes place in a soil volume which is penetrated by the roots of Phragmites athraticele. Okay, this actually I have shown to you the structure of root zone technology. So below, at the ground, at the bottom, there will be the rocks, above that the crushed bricks, and above that soil layer, and then there will be the plantation. So this structure will help to percolate, have the proper percolation, as well as have the proper absorption of impurities in the through the roots. Due to its a natural process, there is no need to add any input such as chemicals, mechanical pump, external energy, etc. Means you can save your energy, save your cost in required for the energy, required for the chemicals, required for the mechanical pumping, etc. So this will be one of the economical type of technology. This reduces both the maintenance and energy cost also. Okay, that's why this technology has become very popular one. If anybody of you are interested to perform the experiment, once the physical college will start, then we will try to take this as one of the project, and we will analyze that. Okay. Then the next one is the root zone wastewater treatment system takes into account the natural slope of the ground. So the water flows from one device to another without any external energy input such as motor pump. Okay. Or while constructing itself, we can provide the proper slope towards the end. So then it should be flow the water naturally towards the end side. So there will not be requirement of energy for making pumping or etc. Is it? So this way, this will be low cost of one thing. Another thing that will be effective one will save chemicals, will save requirement of people for running the this, and it can be constructed at the individual colonies, or it can be act as a decentralized wastewater treatment system. So these are the advantages with respect to root zone technology. So we'll see comparative study, that is conventional water treatment plant and the root zone treatment plant. A lot of sewage aeration tank, that is the conventional type of wastewater treatment system. Lot of sewage aeration tanks powered with mechanical energy do not work because of power cuts, technical problems, poor maintenance, etc. Many problems are there if there are the electric parts and the mechanical parts are involved. So it is usual that there are the problems for the maintenance and discontinuation. So whereas the root zone technology by its treatment and construction features, DVATS is designed to limit operation and maintenance requirements. DVAT stands for the decentralized wastewater treatment system. Maintenance requirements, and in the same to ensure high treatment standards even for the shock loads. Shock loads in the sense, suddenly, now I will give the example of shock load that Pandharpur city is having a certainly there are the many number of times the pilgrimage arrives in a city, the load of wastewater increases on the wastewater treatment plant suddenly. So in that case, that treatment plant sometimes get disturbed and it will not work effectively. Sometimes the culture developed in that particular tank gets disturbed and it will take a lot of time to get re-established, is it? But here in the root zone technology, that problem will not be arrived, is it? So that much sustainable it is to absorb the shock load in the suddenly increasing the quantity or the intensity of sewage. Okay, so it will be capable to absorb that shock load. Requires a lot of external energy in a conventional type of wastewater treatment plant. Guys, you please copy this chart. And minimal need for external energy is there for the waste root zone treatment plant. Pumping is required in a conventional wastewater treatment plant using gravity instead of pumps, avoiding walls. So जहाँ भी pumping होता है वहाँ बहुत सारे joints लगते हैं, control measures लगते हैं, but lot of accessories are required and that cost a lot. So whereas in a road zone technology that is not being required, so simply you can transport the water by the gravity, and naturally the roots of the plants will work effectively to absorb the impurities. Then the regular maintenance is required in a conventional type of wastewater treatment plant, whereas zero maintenance is required in a root zone. Uh, if you are feeling that it is not working efficiently, simply you can cut the trees and let the trees grow once again in the same region. So there will not be the maintenance cost required for the root zone treatment. High operating cost, and for the root zone technology, there is a very less operating cost. So finally, I will show you one figure which will be through which you will be able to understand how it can be constructed. So why the primary treatment is required, and then it can be applied. You can see this figure, and then we'll stop here for today's lecture. Actually, already 3 p.m. is done, and you are continuously engaged in the session since 11:30, I think so. And let me show, make it big one. Yeah. So whenever you are going to use the root zone technology, you need to classify the treatment process in a 4 part. The first one is the settler part, where sewage inflow will allow to enter. Then it will be allowed to settle down the sludge at the bottom. and supernatant liquid will be allowed to flow towards the anaerobic baffled reactor. In the anaerobic baffled reactor, further, the anaerobically treatment can be performed. The wastewater treatment anaerobically can be performed. Anaerobically in the sense, in absence of oxygen. Okay, and then from that treated effluent will be transported towards the anaerobic filter. So where here sometimes I'm going to explain that anaerobic filter, upflow anaerobic filter, UASB. Last point of this chapter is there. Is it in that you will be understand how this upflow anaerobic reactor is working. So simply here you can see sewage flow inflow is there, and the water when it will perform sedimentation in a first compartment, and then sewage will be allowed to enter into the next compartment. But while coming to the next compartment, it will be allowed to enter from the bottom side, and with the pressure that water has to rise up from that entire filter media. This gray color shows the filter media. From that, the water has to come to the surface with the pressure. We can apply pressure in the first compartment, that sedimentation compartment. So it will be allowed to, this will create pressure and will rise up the water. While rising, it will be slowly rising up, and maximum amount of the solid particles will be removed here in the filter media. And the remaining sewage or the treated effluent will go to the planted gravel plants. Such types of plants can be arranged. Here you can see the roots, and that roots will absorb the entire, even you can say heavy metals. Sorption method will also be performed in the root zone technology. Heavy metals are quite difficult to remove from the wastewater treatment plant. But this root zone technology is competent to remove the heavy metals also, not only the COD, BOD, and the common factor impurities presented to the wastewater. Along with this technology will be effectively remove the heavy metals present into the sewage by absorbing these two. And then what care you need to take, that simply you can send it to the nearby water body, and then or the plants, wherever the treatment system. But now there will be the these are the plants. Whenever you are feeling that this is not the capacity, its capacity is getting, is fully grown up, that plant. So in that case, you need to cut down that plant, and then cutted plants you can simply dump into the a nearby area. It will be converted into the manure after a long time, and then it can be used. Means no special efforts need to be taken with respect to disposal of these plants also. Okay, so this is how the root zone technology works for the treatment of the wastewater. Okay, up here, I'm not going to take the attendance also. I will just take down the screenshot of this today's attendance, and then later on I will note down that attendance. Okay, as my health is not supporting me today, I will take the screenshot.